What is cracking, folks? CFK Kuro here to bring you some more TEW 2016 WCW It Lives A Gain. Let's get right into the action for tonight. We have a title match, hardcore championship match, some other stuff. I can look at the core, but I can just give you guys the show. So let's just get right into it. Show starts off with a tag team bout pitting Samoa Joe and Kaz Hayashi, the League of Nations, against newcomers to WCW, Hero and Claudio, a pair of young. Ooh, hold up! Joey Samoa and Kaz Hayashi have excellent chemistry together. This is going to be useful. Anyways, and about that decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat, Joey Samoa and Kaz Hayashi defeated Hero and Claudio in 622, when Joey Samoa defeated Chris Hero by submission with the Dragon Sleeper. Claudio was the weak link. Really? Claudio, the weak link. That's fine. Afterwards, America's Most Wanted. Oh, afterwards, the League of Nations, Samoa Joe and Kaz Hayashi, are slandering America, basically. It said they took down the pitiful Disco Boy. A fool who had been misguided by the lies of America and his idiot friend. But today's the beginning of something grand for America. Something grand, the invasion of America. Kaz talks about Japan being awesome. Samoa Joe says, you fools maybe dance for your amusement, but you guys will be dancing soon as we, America must want to come out and ruin the celebration. And Big tries to pick a fight with them. But Samoa Joe and Kaz Hayashi leave out instead. Is there a gimmick? Whose gimmick? Kimona. Right, she needs to go face. Afterwards, in a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Chavo Guerrero Jr. and La Parca defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. and the HurReycane in 1307, when La Parca defeated the HurReycane by pinfall with the ropes as leverage, with Chavo holding his foot. The story of this match is, of course, that HurReycane, his knee still a little bum. It's going on for a while. He really should, take some time off to heal that. But he's too gung-ho being a superhero and all, that he can overcome any physical ailments and setbacks. But Chavo and La Parca get the last laugh. Looking strong, Chavo is, for his upcoming match against the HurReycane at WCW The Bash. Afterwards, the HurReycane, he looks hurt. And Rey Mysterio helps him back to the trainer's room, along with a couple of medical personnel. He's not walking very well. Chavo and La Parca are just like, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. La Parca's dancing with the chair. Chavo's looking smarmy. Gangrel cuts a backstage promo in a dark room, a different dark room than the original evil dark room, a much smaller one with red lights in the background instead. He basically spends some time explaining a little bit about vampirism and the blood that he so desires, and basically says that he will get the things that he needs as a vampire, whether he has to ask or take it by force. Implications, nothing outright said. A good segment, actually. Gangrel, you can totally be in the mid-card. And then the hardcore match, in a decent match, Hernandez defeated Hugh Morris in 741 by pinfall. Hernandez wins the WCW Hardcore Championship. Coolio. As to why Hernandez is win this not at the pay-per-view and instead at a Nitro, is that the TV title is in a weird spot. I'll talk to it after this show. Remember that. TV title. Hardcore title. Alright. Yeah, I know. It's not your strength, but it's fine because your guys are in the mid-card. Anyone above average are backstage or in the parking lot heading towards the locker room when they run into an odd duo. Tax collectors. But it's obviously just Jamie Noble and Nydia dressed up as tax collectors. Basically saying that they have warrants to repossess a lot of animals' memorabilia from the years, saying that he owes taxes and some other sort like that. Of course, Jamie Noble doesn't know what he's talking about. Neither does Nydia. So Mike Sanders kind of figures it out pretty quickly. It's like, this is bogus. But Jamie Noble gets a little impatient, I guess. Maybe annoyed at not taking them seriously. And he tries to more verbally coerce Mike Sanders, intimidate him a little bit. Of course, Animal just steps between the two and stares down Noble. Just tells him to get out. And to which Noble and Nydia oblige. I'm having a lot of fun with these segments, if you can't tell. Backstage, Sean O'Haire is being interviewed about his issues with Ric Flair recently. He's had minor issues with Flair for a while, going back to when he was teaming up with Diamond Dallas Page and doing with Evolution then. And now more recently with Ric Flair costing Sean O'Haire a shot in the World War III. But he says, I can't worry too much about how other people are cutting corners to get by, because that's not me. This lion, he's going to do things in the honorable way with pride. So, yeah, things will be a bit more difficult for me, but I'll make sure that once I'm on top, I'll stay on top in a way that I can respect myself and respect the fans with. A good old babyface promo. Because that's Sean O'Haire. He's a good old babyface. Yep. In a decent match, Van Hammer takes on Return E, Shannon Moore, who has a former member of 3 Counts, has been gone for the last several months. Oh, this last year. Oh, geez, it's been a year. But yeah, just a nice filler. Van Hammer looking strong. Looks like need him for something. Woo. Oh, look, it is the Train. Be right back. Okay, Train's a little bit quieter now. Evolution cut a promo, group promo, basically bagging on all of their current rivalries and opponents. Jeff Jarrett says it doesn't matter who Booker T picks as opponent for tonight and for 2 weeks from now, because he's going to win regardless, because ain't nobody in WCW better than the chosen one. Okay, Ric Flair talks about the earlier comments that Sean O'Haire made, saying about doing things the right and honorable way. He says, I have survived in this industry for years, not on something silly as honor and pride. Woo! The most important thing in professional wrestling is winning. Woo! And if you ain't a winner, then you're a loser. Sean O'Haire, that's what you are. You're nothing but a loser, a little punk. But we here in Evolution, we're all true winners. Woo! Something you'll never understand, because you're a fool. Woo! AJ Styles talks about Rey Mysterio a little bit. Not much. Basically saying, Rey, you can't even win a tag team match against Chavo Guerrero and his loser friend La Parca. and you honestly think that you could beat me in a rematch, you think you deserve a rematch, you don't deserve anything. But luckily for you, who is it? Eric Bischoff has granted you your rematch, but not now. It'll be on WCW, whatever the pay-per-view after. Hold on, I can check this real quick. I have technology, science. After the Bash, it's Mayhem. Yep, it's Mayhem. You get a rematch at Mayhem. If, well, no, that's just it. You get a rematch at Mayhem if you make it that far. That's pretty much it. Mark Jr. is just there to be intimidating. He's the big guy of the group, but he will be getting his push kind of soon. Just Styles came first, most important. Afterwards, at the comeback commercial, Jeff Jarrett is already in the ring, and Booker T comes out to announce that his opponent for tonight and Booker T's tag team partner in 2 weeks from now is Ernest the Cat Miller. And yeah, woo, Ernest is bad chemistry. And about that good wrestling and good heat and decent wrestling, Jeff Jarrett defeated Ernest in 10:25 when Ernest the Cat Miller was counted out after being attacked by Gangrel, who spit blood into his eyes, or red mist to his eyes. But the kayfabe is his blood. Backstage, Mean Gene Okerlund is interviewing CM Punk and Colt Cabana. They say that they are united, they'll never back down or sell out, and they're ready for their title rematch. And they have been informed by Eric Bischoff that it will be a 2 out of 3 falls match. So if you do manage to catch us once, you won't catch us twice. Okay. Yeah, that's solid. Woo! Yo, hey Dustin. That's some good shit right there. Alright. Envy accepts Wrath's challenge. He vows to rid himself of jealousy, these dark parts of his personality, or maybe not even rid them so much, but accept them as parts of who he is. Says he's been through a lot in his life and in his time in WCW, and as much as things change, many things stay the same. But he's ready to make a big change, a big step forward to becoming what he feels that he could always become, and that's WCW World Heavyweight Champion. But I know that as long as Wrath is still around, his abusiveness will always haunt me. His anger, his own personal demons, they will become so more apparent to me. So, at WCW, The Bash, you and I will go one-on-one. And I will come out a better man. And I hope just maybe you will too. That's that. Ooh, that was a real good setup. And in our main event, in a bout that had fantastic heat and good wrestling, Shane Douglas defeated Diamond Dallas Page in 6:15 by count out. Oh, it's by count out. Was it supposed to be by count out? Was it pinfall? I think he actually gets him clean in the middle of the ring. Anyway, afterwards, DDP is lying back down in the ring for a few minutes in disbelief. He's lost his shot at the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Unbelievable. Did we just lose a spot? Or no? It wasn't for his spot. It was for a spot. Page already has his spot. Guaranteed, I believe. 83 up in 27 regions. Is that my best show? All I know is that was pretty good. I'm holding off on you guys. So, the thing I wanted to mention a little bit. Okay. The thing I want. A fatal 4-way? Jericho, Austin, Angle, Rock. Oh, fuck, that's real good. Anyways, the thing I want to mention is that Sting has a TV title. Doesn't want to lose to anybody. So he's going to be used sparingly for the time being. And in that meantime, the Hardcore Championship will be used for more lower card, mid card stuff, and just have matches all over the place. It should not be as prestigious as I've made it. I've made it prestigious, but it's too samey. It needs to be more chaotic-y. All right. As we come back, we will be during Thunder. Yes, it's called Thunder. All right. We are back with WCW Thunder. Thunder opens up with Hernandez, Chavo Guerrero Jr., and Shane Douglas all talking about their recent accomplishments and recent fortunes. Chavo's victory last week in tag team action and his upcoming Cruiserweight Championship match, which he's not even sure if his opponent will be able to make it for, and thus obviously causing him to forfeit the title. To him, you have Hernandez with the Hardcore Championship, saying that he's a tough son of a bitch. And Shane Douglas with his recent victory over Diamond Douglas Page, that old man that he's finally got himself into World War III and will obviously win it and become the next WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, other people mentioned, Diamond Dallas Page comes out taking offense. He says, I'm not old. First of all, I got plenty of years in me. I had plenty of years in me, and I got plenty of years left to go. Second of all, you won due to a fluke, a count-out victory. And sure, that may have been enough for you to get into World War III, but you're still not man enough to actually win it. To win World War III, you have to be tough, mentally and physically. And you may be tough physically, but you got the mental fortitude of a little child or something of the sorts. Basically eggs him on, and he says he wants a rematch. Of course, Shane says, nuh-uh, no way. Nah, not happening. In a decent match, Lance Storm defeats C.W. Anderson in 7:25 by submission with a Canadian maple leaf. We have a backstage segment with Noble and Nydia trying to plot a way to get rid of Mike Sanders. They've said that they've come to the realization, somewhat, that he is the reason why they can never get any of Animal's stuff. He's always in the way, so they gotta find a way to get him out the way. Decent match, Shannon Moore defeats Jerry Lynn in 9:19 by pinfall with a Moorgasm. Ooh. We have Ernest Cat Miller. He's backstage looking for Gangrel after he interfered in his match Monday night, when Gangrel blindsides him with the giant metal cross. Sure. And beats him up. In a squash match, Billy Kidman defeats Chad Collier in 4:16 by pinfall with a shooting star press. And afterwards, Tori Wilson. I'm trying to think about this timeline. Were they together or were they not together? I think they weren't together. I think Billy was doing the Filthy Animals thing, but I'm not sure. Ex-girlfriend, Tori Wilson, tries to talk to Kidman, but Kidman just blows her off. Where's Palumbo? $1 Million Corporation basically say that the Second City Saints made a terrible decision not to buy in and to instead up the ante. Well, unfortunately for them, the $1 Million Corporation don't only put our mouse where our money is, we also put our fists where your faces are, or something of the sorts. But it's saying that a 2 out of 3 falls match, there's no difference. We're physically imposing. We're threatening. We're menacing. We're efficient. We do what has to be done to bring out the best economic results. So unfortunately for you, Second City Saints, CM Punk, and Colt Cabana, you're going to go down. Hard. Not once, but twice. As a demonstration, we will take care of our opponents tonight. And their opponents are BD James and Disco Inferno. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, the $1 Million Corporation defeated BG James and Disco Inferno in 8:20 when Sean Stasiak defeated BG James by a submission. And afterwards, Alex Wright comes out to confront Disco Inferno. As you may know, Disco Inferno no-showed several matches that him and Alex Wright were supposed to have as a team. And Alex wants to know what the deal is. Disco basically says, he doesn't think this tag team thing is working out. And Alex is like, okay, if you don't think it's going to work out, fine. That's fine in of itself. But you have to say something. I expected you to have my back. If you're going to just not have my back anymore, that's a problem. But Disco says, yeah, sure, whatever, and kind of blows him off. Alex is very upset. And that's the whole show. Ryoji Sai. What's this? Morale. And Tony Schiavone is toned. Thanks for watching, folks. When we come back next time, we'll have another episode of more TEW, I guess. That's what it is. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.